the intro.
Fantastic Four! I want some more! Hey everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Unhinged Boys Movie Reviews! Spoiler movie reviews! And today, we are reviewing Fantastic Four! First Steps! But it's not the first movie. Because there's been plenty of Fantastic Four movies, and
yeah,
there'll probably be another movies. Anyway, this is I guess the first movie starting off the sixth phase, right? Phase 6.
Whatever phase we're on.
Whatever phase we're on at this point, and I say we're starting off kind of where we had no choice but to go at this point, honestly. I mean, first off, you can tell they're passionate about this, about what they're trying to do.
Sure.
But I don't know. Spoiler, I didn't think it worked.
Spoiler alert. I agree with it.
So, we're going to go into the story. We're going to go into what we liked and disliked. So, basically...
It's not a lot.
Basically, this movie, if you didn't know, takes place not in the main MCU timeline or dimension or universe. It takes place in a different universe where it is basically, it looks like the only heroes are the Fantastic Four. Because they basically protect and kind of...
There's no origin story, by the way, in this one.
They kind of do, everything to Earth. And also, yeah, they
just
kinda,
quickly run over that.
They're kind of doing what the new Superman movie did and basically just giving you a quick run-through. But I think they did the recap here a lot better than they did in Superman. Because Superman is literally like a 10-second reel of like words being like 30 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 minutes ago. And it literally just does all that to explain it. And if you don't read it all, you're going to miss it. They're like, alright, it's been 4 years since the Fantastic Four has been radiated by cosmic rays or whatever the fuck. They defeated all sorts of...
Now they're Earth's protectors or something.
Yeah, they're Earth's mightiest heroes that are not the Avengers. I feel like this movie would have benefited with some other heroes.
It literally...
but you can tell that they weren't giving a fuck about this universe. They're only giving a fuck about the Fantastic Four. That's why they're the only heroes in this universe. And there's also a million villains, though.
I'm gonna let you know. It is literally, if you've seen the trailer, you basically seen the movie. It was literally beat for beat for beat.
Yeah, I kind of like what they're doing, they got the Mole Man, they got some guy that's like, has some mutant monkeys or whatever. You don't see him, but you see the monkeys. Apparently they cut a scene where like they were supposed to show the guy who's like the monkey guy. But anyway...
all the villains are jokes in this, by the way.
Yeah. Actually, it seems like they cut a lot of things in this movie, because from what you're going to find out, that they probably...
There was a different movie, it went in a different direction, because...
very generic.
We'll get to that.
I think it went into a generic direction, but... Anyway, yeah, they're basically like, yeah, the Fantastic Four, they've been protecting us for years now. And shit's good. And everything's good. But actually before that, we had a scene where Reed Richards and Sue are basically, they're like, she was like, I'm pregnant.
It literally opened like that.
Yeah, it just it opened just like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was the weirdest, quickest opening
to
a movie I have seen.
I guess it should be like, yeah, they're pregnant.
Go right into it.
Pregnant, and shit's gonna happen. But anyway, after the intro, they go in to the house, and Thane and Johnny are like making dinner.
Yeah.
Things like, that's some good sauce. Delicious.
Yeah, what you see in the
And then they go in, and then Sue and Reed show up, and Thane's immediately like, you pregnant, huh? And he doesn't talk like that, but
he doesn't. He just
I like to think he did. I like to think maybe. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. I wasn't really.
To be honest, he just seemed normal.
I like to think that they changed it, because they changed. So apparently, Marvel doesn't give a fuck. They're just doing whatever they want. They're picking and choosing. And they're like, all right. So if the audience likes it, that's what we're gonna do. So basically. Things like, you're pregnant, and they're like, how'd you know? And he's like, you can tell, look at him, he's shaking. He's shaking like a leaf over there. See, that would have been a lot more better.
Acting awkward.
I'm saying a lot of better things that the thing could have been. Because the thing is just
could have been. That's the word.
The thing's supposed to be like a New York fucking Brooklyn guy, and this guy's just like some dude, and he's like, hey, lift your car.
Yeah, he does have like a love interest in this. It's supposed to be, but
there's some teacher he met like for 2 seconds, and then at the end, well, anyway.
I mean, we really don't go into that at all. It was just a pointless plot line.
Yeah, basically at the end, he just fucking goes to a party that she's at, and she's like, hi.
He's like, hey, I came to talk to you.
And that's it. And then, so yeah, basically from there, they're chilling.
And then
the Silver
Surfer comes down.
It's literally all in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
It's literally the trailer. I'm not going to explain it to you.
Yeah, she comes down, and then Johnny's like, she's hot, and then chases her.
He doesn't say that, but
well, basically,
he
chases her, and then she's like, says something in her language, and he's like,
she flips him back to Earth, and then he tries to figure out the language.
Yeah. Which is like a subplot, which they only show like 3 times. It was
the stupidest.
They only mention it like 3 times throughout the movie. That time, a second time, and then the last time. Throughout the whole movie, you tell, like, the only person he's talking to about this is Sue, and she just seems irritated. She's like, dude, I got a kid. I don't give a fuck. I got Reed doing the same thing you're doing. I don't give a fuck about what's going on.
So anyway...
yeah. After the Silver Surfer shows up, which is a woman.
They go to...
Because we're in a completely different universe.
They go up in a rocket to talk to Galactus, which takes an entire month, by the way.
Yeah, it takes forever. Most of this, by the way, warning you, this whole movie is just them trying to deal with Galactus. There's not really, they don't really do any, like, actual crime fighting.
Yeah.
Except for, like, the beginning montage. Which is just, like, I feel like it was just kind of a waste of having a Fantastic Four. Like, these characters,
there was really no fight scenes other than Galactus.
Like, these Marvel legends that have all sorts of things, like, literally all sorts of strengths and weaknesses they have, and they don't really do anything except do a montage, have them go to Galactus, and then fight him.
Well, basically, they go to Galactus. He's like, hey,
He's like, hey guys, so I'm gonna need that baby because apparently he's gonna inherit my power.
So basically Galactus won't.
And I need him to become the new Galactus, kind of. I think that's basically what it is.
But like...
And they're like, no, we're not going to do this.
He's like, I will spare your world, or I will just eat it.
Yeah. I mean, and they basically say no, but I have to give them, like, at first I was like, why not just give him the baby? But like, you just make another one or something. Like, isn't it more important to save your world that you basically put your whole fucking life into? But I realized that actually, if we were paying attention in the beginning, they said they've literally been trying for 2 years, and they honestly thought that they weren't going to be able to because they thought the radiation in their bodies wasn't going to work, and also. Them having a kid probably could have been because of Galactus or whatever. Could have been because of the whole cosmic shit. So the chances of them having another kid probably were very low. So now that I think about that, I kind of understand why they were like, no, that's my fucking kid because that's pretty much as far as they could tell, going to be their only chance to ever have a kid.
But regardless, they're like, no, and so they have a small little fight scene, not really.
Yeah, basically, by the way,
They're basically just running out of there.
By the way, Johnny and Storm are the only ones that actually can do anything.
Yeah.
Because their powers are like long ranged and shit. Fuck, Johnny can fly, absorb fire, and shoot fire. Matter of fact, in this fight, he's the only one that does anything. Fucking, the thing, all he does is run really fast, knock shit down, fucking.
Yeah, he doesn't throw any punches that I remember in the movie at all.
Reed, he just uses his powers. I don't know what the fuck he does.
He was honestly, I'm gonna be honest, in the 2000s movie, he was more stretchable. In this one, he's just like, he can stretch a little bit.
Yeah. Like,
he doesn't really do anything until the end of the movie.
Like, I don't know, this is a 2 hours of the movie. We couldn't have, like, these guys have, like, subplots of their own, like, had the thing dealing with, like, smaller things going on, like him, like, trying to, like, take down a crime syndicate. He'd be like...
They announced that there's a bunch of crime...
Yeah, there's a bunch of bad guys and shit, and then, like, nobody's trying to take the fucking chaos that's going around.
Reed was like, I've been following, there's a bunch of crime syndicates, there's like 47 of them or something like that, and nothing comes of that.
And Johnny, like, how do you give Johnny, like, his own thing, like, you couldn't, like, the thing is to punch shit. You couldn't have given him, like, something like, there's a bunch of criminals that kidnapped this woman I like, and now I gotta go and fight. Do that for, like, a fucking half an hour. Like, what if they had done that? They could have did something with these characters instead of just being like, no, it's just for Galactus and the baby, and basically, you're not gonna really see anything until, like, Doomsday.
Well, anyway, they're up in space still, and they lose...
Yeah.
The Silver Surfer's after them.
Yeah, and they can't shoot beams because the beams, they curve.
And so they get her stuck in a wormhole for like a month.
Yeah, because they're in a time...
Well, they get back to Earth and they're like... they do a press conference literally right afterwards. And they're like... the people are like, are we safe? And then he's like... He asked the price. It was too high.
It was too high. It was
and literally said, just like me, obviously you've seen the trailer, you know...
How they showed the entire scene right there.
Yeah, so I don't really need to explain that. And so the people are basically just like really mad, and they're like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it just gets to a point where everybody is just protesting. Like, everyone was like, just give him the baby, Jesus! We're all gonna die! And then Sue shows up, and then Sue just goes out to like a crowd of people and goes,
hey, this is Franklin.
This is our baby. We can do this together! And I was just thinking, I mean, they kind of have no choice, because either they do this or you just disappear forever, because she could just go...
And so they're like...
Fucking disappear, or just like make a force field and just fucking kill everyone.
We go... we do pan back to this thing that Reed Richard was trying to do. He was like trying to make an egg teleport, and he's like, what if we just make the Earth teleport?
If we do a teleport.
And I was like, so is that how they get to the multiverse? And they get the entire Earth basically to build these things that he asked for.
Yeah.
And it looks really stupid, but after they build it and they're like, alright, they're about to turn it on.
Yeah, and there's also it's draining a lot of power too.
Yeah.
Remember, the whole Earth's just letting them do that, even though a fucking few days ago, it wasn't very certain that they were pretty much just gonna let him die. Like, it kind of seemed like a little bit that the Fantastic Four was gonna let them all die.
The Silver Surfer just starts flying through them and like taking
them out.
The teleporter things out, and basically Johnny, they were about to go into lockdown in their house, and Johnny's like, I found out her language. I'm gonna go outside and play her language all over these TVs that they have on these buildings and stuff. and it makes her like confused and like start freaking out, and I'm like, this is dumb.
Making her mad, and then she flies off.
And she's like, actually, she just disappears. Till the end of the movie, which I think is because she was too busy filming weapons, and I'm like, I feel like honestly they should have used the Silver Surfer a lot better, and to be honest, more.
Yeah.
But so.
I mean, this whole movie just felt like it was edited and put together.
Yeah.
Very.
But so Galactus is like, you know, I need the baby. And he goes to Earth.
So he just turns tiny and goes to Earth.
He gets off his ship, and I'm like, why? You could have just eaten the Earth along with everything in it.
Yeah. And then basically they all have like a weird fight where
and they're like,
basically
we'll teleport Galactus somewhere without his ship.
And then they make there's a portal, and then Sue basically pushes him in there, but he's about to come out. She can't push him in there completely. Girl power can't do it all.
Yeah, it was.
But guess what? It turns out girl power can't do it because Silver Surfer comes in. Whoa! And knocks Galactus into that goddamn portal, and then everyone's safe. But Sue dies. Sue dies, Jimmy. Sue dies.
She strained too hard.
Because she girl powered too hard.
Yes.
So anyway, they decided they have the baby.
That was literally the last scene and anything we ever hear from the Silver Surfer.
So Reed decides to take the baby and put it on Sue for some reason. I don't know. He's like, look at your dead mom. And then
Jesus.
and then he's like, and then the baby's like, Mom, you're alive. And he's like, I'm alive.
Also, the meantime, we never
alive.
announced this, but they've been treating it like their baby was going to be a weapon the entire time, or some kind of evil doer. And I'm like,
I mean, they're like, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Everything's good now. Everyone's like, yeah, Fantastic Four.
And then that's it.
And then they go to a show, and then they're like, you want to be called the Fantastic Five? And they're like, no.
And then they leave.
And then they leave.
Because they're like, we gotta go talk.
And then we gotta
go deal with something.
We gotta go do something. Fantastic Four. We wanted more.
And then the
And then the end credits scene.
Yeah, the end credit scene
is basically
useless.
It's 4 years later, and Sue's hanging out with her 4-year-old kid, and then she leaves and comes back, and then Doom's there talking to the kid.
They didn't even hire Robert Downey Jr. for this. It's just literally probably a stand-in, and he's wearing a cape and a hood, and he has his mask off, facing towards the camera, so you know it's Doom. And I'm like, after watching this, I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a shit.
Fantastic Four.
Honestly, Galactus or Doom pales in comparison to Galactus, the threat of Galactus. I just don't give a shit.
He just got knocked into a portal.
And we never went back to that. We don't hear anything about Silver Surfer, nothing. It's just, that plot line's done.
He doesn't have a ship anymore. Why would he come back? By the way, yeah, Galactus' ship's just hanging out.
Silver Surfer doesn't die, nothing happens. She just disappears from the movie.
Yeah.
But,
And then they show, like, an intro scene from, like, the
cartoon
that they keep talking about in the movie.
Honestly, it was just a nothing burger, kind of like this movie.
Yeah.
That's my opinion about this movie. I don't hate any of the characters. I just don't care about them. Because there was nothing memorable that they did and or interesting.
I mean, I like the aesthetic, kind of.
I like that, but...
I wish they did a little bit more, honestly, with...
It just felt like a waste.
This shit, I feel like it should have been more, like, less high stakes. Kind of like the Superman movie. It was kind of less high stakes. The whole thing was just like, it wasn't the end of the world. Superman wasn't trying to save the world. He was basically just trying to stop one of Luthor's plans.
But like all these YouTubers out there, like I mean, it's they're entitled to their own opinion, but they're saying this is the best Marvel movie that has came out. It's very mid at best.
Yeah, they're just saying
Very
it's the
mid.
only actual put together Marvel movie.
It's not even that well put together, because to be honest, the trailers, there's a whole different plot line going on in the trailers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to destroy the Earth and actually have the Fantastic Earth
Just abandon it.
Fantastic Four just forget the Earth.
Yeah. Because that whole thing where Reed in the trailer is saying, I brought Galactus to Earth and whatever, I did this. It's not in the movie at all.
Watch it if you want. I give it a 6.
I give it a. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it a 2 because I really was just like I literally.
So you don't want to give it a 4?
No.
For Fantastic Four.
No, honestly,
I want some more.
I don't even like the 2000s movie, but honestly, the 2000s movies had more character development and they actually felt like people. The Thing was better in the 2000s.
Yeah, sure was.
This thing was.
He was thinny.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was.
So thanks for watching, everyone. If you like
That's
this,
our review.
go watch other stuff. Watch the Thunderbolts, the Falcon, Daredevil.
Subscribe and hit the bell.
Hit that bell and all that stuff. All the good stuff.
Hit one of these videos. You'll probably like it.
Yeah. If you like that, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.